Hey guys, hello! How are you? Long time no see. I've been taking a break. I am no longer doing commissions, at least for the moment. I just got a little bit burned out. So thank you to all the inquiries that I've been receiving in the last few weeks. I've been responding to each and every one of them, but I just wanted to let everyone know that I will be just doing models for fun for the next few months. And a couple of models on the way. I'll still be finishing off custom terrains paint jobs, so look forward to those. And a couple of the commissions I was going to do, I'm now just doing anyway for myself, and I may put them up on eBay. I may offer them back to the commission client when they're complete, but it's just easier without the feeling of needing to be responsible and disciplined, because I have failed to be both of those and I'm taking way too long to do these commissions, and it has not been particularly fun for me the last few weeks. So that said, I am still working on the Skarbrand model. I've just been doing it myself just for fun, and looking to finish it soon, and then I'll offer it back to Zephyr01 if he's still interested in it, and if not, I might put it up on eBay once it's painted. But I find that doing it for myself, it's just flown along. I'm really excited. It's quite a complex piece, and it's been heavily reposed, and I think in a much more dynamic way. And so this video, very quickly, is just about how to do quick reposing for your models, and the technique that I use, using 3 key ingredients, and they are: number 1, super glue; number 2, baking powder; and number 3, green stuff. So I'm going to show you the 3 steps. The first step, as you can see here, is that with any model, resin or plastic, you take your knife and you cut at a joint, for example the arm. You cut it right through, and then what you do is, once you've cut the arm at the joint, you reposition it. So let's have a look at this leg here. As you can see, the leg has been severed at what I assume is the whatever this joint is. We don't have this joint because we're human beings, but the demons have these double jointed legs, so I guess you could say it's the heel or the ankle, or the upper ankle. Anyway, so you slice through there, and then what you do is you just reattach it, but instead of reattaching it flat, complete, you change the angle. So there's a tip to tip join here with a couple of drops of super glue, and I hold it together for a couple of seconds, and I get a nice little tack. Now, if I were to drop the model, or if I were to put any pressure on it, it would break. So the next step is to fuse that join with either putty or green stuff or epoxy, but that's not quick. That's going to take a long time to dry, so we need a quick solution, and here's the quick solution. Now, all attribution and thanks for this goes to Tim from jlminiatures.com, and he has a great website up on the net, and also he's a big YouTuber, and I saw this method from him, so big props to Tim from JL Miniatures. Now what you got to do is you got to get your super glue, okay, and you're just going to put a couple of drops of super glue into that gap. See it fill up like that. Now you don't want it to run all over the detail, so you want to hold it so it stays in that gap. For my purposes, I'm not going to worry too much. I'll just put it down there for a second, and I'm going to get my baking powder, open it up. Okay, baking powder, stuff you use in cooking. And now, as you can see, what's going to happen now, I'm going to take a spoonful of this, hold the model over the tin, and I'm just going to sprinkle it into the gap, haphazardly. Doesn't matter where it goes, as long as it hits the glue. Okay, count to 2. I'm going to turn the model over and give it a couple of taps, tap, 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 tap. Now I'm going to hold the model away from the camera for a second. Actually, I can do this on camera. Close my eyes and blow, because I don't want to get any stuff in your eyes or in your face. Okay, and then what we've got now, let's just get the focus back, is, as you can see, a nice initial gap fill. Now that's what's happened here, is that baking powder has mixed with the super glue and fused, and it's now completely solid all the way through. It's like a really cheap version of Zap Kicker, or any kind of super glue accelerator, but it doesn't smell, it doesn't stink up your room, it's not toxic, and it provides some substance to the chemical bond. I don't know if it's stronger, but it's certainly faster and cheaper. and that's what I use to get that initial join. And so you can see that I've already like filled in that gap a third of the way. So now the next step and the final step is to get your green stuff, and you see how fast it is. I don't have to wait, so I just fit it to that space. And this is a bit rough because I'm doing it on camera and I really don't have much practice at this, as you guys would know. And if we just look over here, we've got a whole bunch of things. So these are my tools that I use to get initial shape. They're just plastic clay shapers. You can buy them from the dollar store for nothing. Okay, so I'm going to use that and just press that in. The reason why, and also you need some water, that's the other ingredient. There's the water, so that it doesn't get tacky. Now this is very rough. Normally I would have put less in, and I'll take some of this out when this video is over. But you press it in with that, you get nice in. You can also strip away the excess. See that? You can just get rid of that excess. Okay. And it's a bit fiddly for me because I'm trying not to touch the other green stuff areas that I've been working on that are drying. So there we go. And just press that in. Now we're just gap filling, so we're not going to add any detail. So we're going to need to leave it a little bit less than the surface. So push it in nice and firm. And what we want to do is get quite a smooth contact. We want to make sure that it's actually filling deep into the gap so that it doesn't shear off or break later on. This will form a really nice strong bond. It's also faster than using pinning. But if you're doing this with metal models, you'll definitely want to pin it. I would suggest pinning it after you've done this. Just drill up through the join and just pin straight through there. It's a lot easier, and the reason why this method is great is because it lets you pose the model quickly and maintain that posing, because you don't have to take the model apart and repin it. And sometimes when you do that, the pose changes. I know that I get really frustrated when I feel like I've got this pose that I lose the moment I take the two pieces apart to pin them. So pose, join, and then pin right through the join is my method if I'm working with models that need pinning. Very few of my models have been pinned, let me just say that. Anyway, this is quite rough. The next stage is to use these clay shapers. Now these cost a lot more than $1. These cost me $12 each, and I want to do a shout out to Van Hammer who suggested using these. And the reason I use them is because I get a really nice smooth finish. They've got a rubber tip, they have a lot of play. As you can see, the tip is play there. And I just use that to get that nice smooth finish. And for the purposes of this video, let's end here. Sometimes you can use, to add detail, your sculpting tools. Look like these are dental tools. Get them off eBay, a whole pack of 12 for like $10, free shipping. Just search for dental tools, and I can use those to do all that kind of cool detail that you see Templars Crusade do on things like the Nurgle Titan and stuff like that. What a great job Marnius and Temps have done on that. Talk about incredibly inspiring models. Very cool. So, just zooming out for a second, as you can see, we've now filled that gap on the ankle very quickly. Now it's not anatomically correct, I'm going to go in after this video and fix that up. But you can see here on the body, we've got the pecs there, a little bit of detail. This is just the first pass. We fixed the leg, we fixed the ankle on the other side, we fixed the wrist, and we fixed the torso area, because it was all heavily modified. And this whole torso here is open. There's no resin in there, and I've completely repositioned it, knowing that I can just very quickly do that super glue method followed by green stuff. So there you go. That's just a quick little, it's not a tutorial, I'm just showing you how I do filling and gap filling. And I know that in 2 hours I will have a model that I can begin to add detail to, or base coat. And so that's the trick. One other tip, be careful where you're putting your fingers when you're holding the model. Try not to put your fingers in the green stuff because you'll be cursing at yourself. Hope that's helpful, guys. Remember, super glue, baking powder, and green stuff. The 3 key ingredients to do a very quick gap filling and reposing. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Have a nice day.